Hey, I'm Jay, and I could not for the life of me choose an idea to go with for my first video, so I decided to be a bit unoriginal and just mash a few random thoughts into one video. Except it is slightly different because these are all just very specific thoughts that I have way too often. Like, the kind of thoughts that you spend a little too much time thinking about, if that makes any sense at all, I don't know. But yeah, anyways, here are things I spend way too much time thinking about. Sometimes, when I'm at work, or even just home alone, I wonder what I would do if a robber just suddenly showed up and threatened to kill me, like guns in the face and everything. I mean, would I run away, go to the nearest hiding spot, call for help? Well, in my head, the answer is obviously none of the above. Most of the time, I imagine ways I could just totally confuse them and talk my way out of it. The scenarios usually go along the lines of something like this.
Don't move or I'll shoot.
Whoa, my gosh, you're a robber too? Man, that is just so cool. Personally, I usually go for the richer neighborhoods, if you know what I mean, but you do you. Robber life is so tough though, huh? Yeah, I've been doing this for a few years now. I guess you could say I'm kind of a professional at this point. So, wanna maybe put that gun down and be robber buddies? We can make a good team. As soon as he lets his guard down, I run. Or maybe something a little more personal, like,
Give me all your money or die.
Whoa, okay, let's be real for a minute. I don't know what in your life has led you to this point, and I'm sure you had a real hard time to have to turn to robbing people, but this isn't right. Come on, you don't really want to do this. How about we take a seat for a minute and talk about it? What's been going on? You alright, man?
No.
Or one of my personal favorites.
Show me the money, fool.
Oh, sorry, dude, I kind of already got robbed today. So, like, I literally have nothing I could give to you. Maybe next time, I guess? I don't know. Please don't rob me again. In my head, these all seem like brilliant and viable ways to handle the situation. But realistically, I would probably just die. And end up losing all my money anyways. So a long time ago, my mom had this really strange documentary on. I can't remember what it was called, but it was basically all about people who live off the sun and hardly eat anything. There was this one guy in it that claimed to only drink water and then just stare at the sun to get the rest of his nutrients. Like, zero food, just sun and water. Yeah, he looked exactly like what you're imagining, if my memory serves me correctly. I watched that documentary so long ago, but apparently it really impacted younger me, because it's always been one of those things I could just never get out of my head. When I first watched the documentary, I even tried staring at the sun for a while to see if it was even possible. I mean, let's be real, living off the sun sounds pretty epic. But yeah, that turned out to be an awful idea that only resulted in a headache and major sunspots. Something else I think about is how crazy it is that we can literally do whatever we want at any given moment. I mean, we're in complete control of ourselves and make choices to do or not do things each and every day. If you really wanted to, you could just decide to walk outside naked right now, or go completely nuts at a grocery store and just throw stuff everywhere, or even pour your milk before your cereal. We just don't do these things because our sanity keeps us in line, and we know what is and isn't socially acceptable. We learn those things as we grow up, whether it was through trial and error or from someone teaching us directly. As a kid, you're probably way more likely to do crazy stuff because you're still learning. I remember this one time in elementary school, we were all walking down the hall in single file lines. You know, as you do in elementary school for some reason. And this one kid just up and pulled his pants down in front of everyone and started peeing on the wall. I mean, I guess he just had to go and didn't fully know how not okay that is yet. Luckily, I didn't have to witness the whole thing because I was further ahead in the line, but some of the other kids were definitely scarred for life that day. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I actually had a different ending for this, but I decided I should probably make a new one, considering the fact that I literally made the rest of this audio in 2020. Granted, it was at the very end of the year, but still, it's been a pretty long time. I was planning to just abandon the whole thing, but this year I decided to give it a second shot and actually start working on it. And yeah, I could have started fresh with new audio, which probably would have been a better idea in the long run, but I also just wanted to finish what I had started. Either way, starting a YouTube channel is something that I've wanted to do for a long time. I just never had the guts to actually start it because I didn't think that I was a good enough artist or honestly a cool enough person. But I recently had the realization that I actually never will be. So I decided that it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be great or even good.
I can still just do it for fun because it's what I want to do. This could turn out to be the worst channel ever, and that's okay, because the world's gonna end someday, honestly, and you might as well just do whatever you want to do. Anyways, even though this whole thing is a bit outdated now, I'm still glad that I went through with it and actually finished it. And if you've made it this far, thank you so much. I appreciate you listening to me ramble. I'm super excited to try and make better videos in the future, and I hope you're having an amazing day. Okay, that's all. I'll stop talking. Bye.